What's good, y'all? My name Dre. Today I'm gonna go over the tops and sweater section for the Supreme Fall Winter 26 preview. First up, we got the medicine sweater, and surprisingly, I like this sweater. It's not something that I would probably wear. I'm about to be 32 years old, and I don't want to be, advertising drug use, especially because I don't even drink or smoke, never have. So it probably would kind of come over as a pose of me wearing something like this. But I love the composition of this. It's chaotic, but it's done tastefully. Like, you have the motifs and the designs on the sleeves, then you have it on certain areas of the sweater. So I think this dope, especially in the pink colorway. Then we have the jacquard sleeve half zip sweater. I'm not mad at this piece. I feel like the colorways could have been done a little bit better, but automatic pass because it's acrylic. For the prices we paying for a lot of this stuff, I'm not buying anything acrylic. It needs to be cotton. Then we got the sequin line hooded zip up sweater. No, I don't want anything with sequins on my shirt, so it's an automatic pass. Then we got the crucifixion sweater. I can see a lot of people picking this up. This design is going to be on a lot of the clothing that's coming out, so I guess it's like a collection. I mean, I feel like it works well on the sweater. It's got a nice fade to it, a nice wash kind of look. It kind of gives you that artwork that we would see like in the Renaissance period from years ago. A lot of people love their religious pieces, and some people feel a little bit out of place wearing them, so to each his own. The cross stitch logo sweater. Terrible. I hate the way the lettering is done on the back. Like I said, if you're gonna do branding, it has to make sense. This is just lazy, and it's just not a nice sweater. We got the Supreme Vincent leather skull zip up hooded sweater, brushed acrylic. Well, they won't leave the acrylic alone this season, but anyway, as far as the design go, it's not bad. It's a cool piece, I guess, if you like skulls, and the repetition of the pattern is cool. But like I said, it's another Vincent leathers collab, so the price tag would be something that doesn't need to be. It'll be highly priced for what it is, so it's automatic pass. Metallic fair Isle cardigan. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's alright. I probably would wear the brown cardigan. It was a period I used to love Supreme cardigans. It felt like they were putting out hits after hits with the cardigans, and then they just started putting out a lot of bad ones. These ones here aren't that bad, but they could have been better. I mean, they're wool blend. I probably would wear the brown one or the pink one. Then we got the checkerboard powered sweater. I'm not a fan of the powered look on clothing, especially a sweater. I like my stuff to look new and crisp, so the wore out kind of look is just not appealing to me, but I think the green colorway is nice and the pink colorway is nice. Supreme Lady Death sweater. This must be a collab because they also did a Lady Death button-up shirt, so I'm not really familiar with Lady Death. I don't know if that's a band or some kind of character or anything, but the sweater is okay. It's not for me, but the red and blue and the brown is a good contrast in colors. The black one is terrible. Stripe logo sweater. This sweater would have been dope without the Supreme branding all over it. Just too much branding. Rib zip up sweater. Cashmere wool blend. We finally get a nice silhouette, and they ruin it by putting this branding all over it. This branding just looks out of place. This is exactly what, when I was coming up, people used to always say, y'all buy anything that says Supreme. A lot of these designs make me feel like how those people said. This just says Supreme on it. It's not a good design. They could have easily just left this blank and put a small box logo on the chest. Brushed acrylic zip up cardigan. I'm not a fan of brushed acrylic. The design is alright. I like the cream and pink one. That's the best colorway to me. The wool sweater is made out of wool, so that's good. I like this design. I like how they have the wools kind of all hovering around the sweater. It's all centralized like in a pattern. I feel like this is a dope, clean design. I probably would pick the white one over the black one, but both of them are nice. A textured sweater, textured wool blend. This is just a basic sweater. If you love Supreme and you love sweaters, I guess you could pick this up, but it's basic. Pattern knit hooded sweatshirt. These I'm conflicted about. I love the pattern of the sweaters, but I don't feel like a hoodie should be attached to the sweater. To me, that throws off the whole look. Like if I want to wear a hoodie, I'm gonna wear a hoodie. If I want to wear a sweater, I'm gonna wear a sweater. Combining those two together just gives a whole mixed up vibe. If I were to throw on this sweater, I feel like I'm going somewhere to dress a little bit more casual, professional. But the hoodie just throws it all the way off, so it's a pass for me. Colorways are clean though. Metallic striped sweater. It's alright. Nothing special. I probably would wear the pink one with the blue stripes. Boucle small box sweater. Pass. Ooh. Small box sweater polo. Now this yellow and blue colorway is dope to me. I'm a fan of the small box sweater polos. They put out a brown one a few years ago. I'm still sick that I ain't picked that one up. Crucifixion polo. Yeah, this is another piece that has that crucifixion artwork on it. I feel like it works well on the polo. It's kind of got a little bit of that washed out art feel, as I stated with the sweater earlier. So it kind of reminds me of art from the Renaissance period. So it's clean. Supreme BB Simon football jersey. Now this one I'm a little bit upset about because I love the leopard print, but I'm not a fan of the font of the leathers they chose, and I'm also not a fan of putting studs on jerseys. To me, studs work better on more like heavy wear, like a pair of jeans or an outerwear jacket. The letters and numbers seem to be all screen printed. I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, I love the colorway, but also this font reminds me of the font that they did on the Supreme Jordan jersey they just released, and I wasn't a fan of that font, so this would be a pass for me. But the red colorway and the Miami Dolphins colorways are the best. I mean, I would pick it up probably if the price was low enough, but that BB Simon tax is going to be hitting. And we got this wildlife camo raglan long sleeve top. This is a simple piece, but it's cool. I like the contrast between the two different camos. Disciples football jersey. We got a lot of religious pieces this season. This jersey, the front of it kind of throws me off a little bit. I think that was a nice design choice to have the Jesus face in the back of the numbers. I wouldn't wear this piece, but I can see a lot of people gravitating towards it. You know, people love their religious pieces from Supreme. Then we have the Supreme Mason Jacquard soccer jersey. These soccer jerseys are clean. I've never been one to really purchase Supreme soccer jerseys. I'm not a huge soccer fan, but Supreme releases them every year, and also the World Cup just passed, so it makes sense. But these are nice jerseys. Then we have the Foxford baseball jersey. Automatic pass. I mean, I don't know why anybody would want a fur jersey, but to each his own. Some people might like it. Reflective long sleeve top. Terrible. Intarsia long sleeve top. I've always been a fan of the striped tees, so that first colorway catches my eye a little bit. I think the branding on the back, I like the font that they chose, so that's clean. Glitter cat SS top. It's a pass. I'm not a fan of these. Heart studded SS top. Yeah, I'm not a fan of studded t-shirts either, so it's a pass. Checkerboard Intarsia SS top. They're starting to do this design every season now. They just put some shirts out with this exact same design. You have the small box long sleeve top. I'm not a fan of the new pattern that they chose. If you need a long sleeve top, maybe you're interested in picking up one of those. We got the Supreme Rita Ackerman soccer jersey. I like the Supreme Rita Ackerman work jacket. I felt like it was a dope concept. I can't support this jersey. No disrespect to the artist. This jersey kind of grosses me out. Grosses me out a little bit, if you know what I mean. But if you like it, I love it. Then we got the Supreme Panel Raglan long sleeve top. I like this first colorway. It's got like an olive color, mauve on the sleeves with a little bit of green and dark brown at the top. It also has design in the numbers of the jersey, so I think this is clean. Hopefully it's not too much money since it's just a long sleeve top. It's a clean piece. I'd wear it. The other colorways I'm not really feeling. Now we get to the Dogs polo top. Personally, like if you know me, you know I love rugbies and you know I love polos. And especially with the rugbies, I love when they go against the grain and don't do the typical designs where they just put the branding above the chest or they do a stripe design. I love when they do huge graphics on polos and rugbies. That's a large part of the reason why I always love the Ralph Lauren 5 Horsemen rugby. That's one of my favorite rugbies of all time. I have multiple colorways of it. This piece here, I'm conflicted with because it kind of follows that style. I love the airbrush kind of look of the dogs on it and the font of the Supreme at the bottom, but I'm just not feeling the artwork too much. So this would be mainly for the dog lovers, people who love dogs, but this piece here gives me more of a memorial type vibe, like as if the dogs passed away or something. I'm not sure, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, so it's a pass for me. Then we got the paneled rugby. Honestly, I feel like I want to like this rugby, but the banner on the front of it is just throwing me off. The way it has the banner that has Supreme across. It's just such an odd placement for this rugby. And then it already has so many different colors that contrast with it. I'm not a huge fan, but maybe if I see it in person once we get on body pics, maybe that'll change my mind. But I'm not too much feeling it right now. It's not bad, but it's not worth picking up in my opinion. Then we got the Undisputed short sleeve top. This is a cool little top just to throw on when you go out to eat with your family. You just want to throw on the top, jeans and a pair of kicks. There's nothing wrong with it. I like the black colorway and I like the blue one. Cracked vertical SS top. I'm tired of them doing these cracked tops. Like, why would I want a brand new shirt to have cracked printing on it? That's just crazy to me. Also, this design is horrible. You got the front of Supreme spelled on the front of it and the rest of it spelled on the back. I hate that design language. The Stars baseball jersey. These jerseys are alright. I would pick the red and pink one. I'm not a huge fan of the Stars, but they're not taking away anything from the jersey. They're cool. Stripes polo, automatic pass. You can get these from anywhere for way cheaper. These colorways aren't that great either, so it's a pass. The hooded warm-up pullover. This is a dope piece. I really like this one. It reminds me of a lot of the 90s style fashion with the pullover starters and such. And if you know me, I'm a huge fan of that style of fashion. A lot of that influences my style today, so I'm a huge fan of this piece. Surprisingly, the green and gray one is my favorite colorway with the navy, because those aren't colorways that I typically go for. Red and pink is normally the colorway I normally go for, but I like the green and gray one best. The black one is clean too. Milan sequin short sleeve top. I'm not a fan of rhinestones on t-shirts. This is a pass for me. A baseball jersey. Baseball jersey is clean. That first colorway, the red and green one, that one's dope. It's got that Mexico look to it. I'm sure that one will be the one that goes first. Small box tees, we get those all the time. First colorway, I do like that style of camo that they use. It's got a real abstract kind of look to it. And we got the Supreme FDNY hockey jersey. They've been putting out a lot of hockey jerseys. I think this is one of the best ones that they released in recent years. I like the black one and I also like the camo one. I'm a little bit conflicted about the camo one because the colors are so, they contrast a lot, but I love those hits of pink on that jersey. Stretch applique short sleeve top. It's a pass unless you just want a shirt that says Supreme on it. Old English striped long sleeve polo. I want to like this piece, but I'm just not a fan of all the branding that it has on it. That purple and gray one probably would have been a cop for me had it not had Supreme New York all over it, but it's a clean piece. I'm just not a fan of a lot of branding. Then you have another soccer jersey. Supreme loves to do their soccer jerseys, like I said earlier, especially with the World Cup just passing. I'm not mad at this. I think the red, green, and white one is dope. The purple one is cool too, but I think the white, red, and green is the best one. Sacred Heart short sleeve top. I'm not a fan of this. I don't know, this shirt just give me weird vibes. The compositionally, I don't care for it either. It just has stuff everywhere. I'm not a fan of this. It's like you have a clown at the bottom, then it has a heart, and then it has a skull. Like, I don't know, it just give me weird vibes. I don't like to play around with religion, so it's a pass for me. Then we got the Jacquard polo. That pink one is clean. I rock that. Then we got the hockey long sleeve top. This is probably my favorite piece that I've seen throughout this entire section. Yeah, the front and the back is clean. I love the artwork. You can see the skull on top of the helmet that the guy's wearing, and then on the back you got the 94, best year of all time, when your boy was born. So I'm just playing, but yeah, you got the 94 on the back, and then you got the skull hit over the 94. I think this is good. This is one of their better designs, and it's by Art Dealer. So Art Dealer's been doing this thing with Supreme for a while. Crack Flip SS top, another crack logo. Then this one is just more lazy designs. How many T's every year do we need to say FU on it? This one, they only thing they did was flip the logo upside down, so FU upside down, I guess that's what it's saying. Then you got the logo on the back that says Supreme. It's a pass. You got a reflective football jersey. This jersey kind of reminds me of a Mitchell and Ness jersey they did a few years back. I'm not a huge fan of football jerseys that just have big words across the front. I think my brain is so trained to see the numbers on the front of the jersey, this just throws me off. Crack pocket short sleeve top. We get these every season. They just got to put a logo on the back of it this time. Fair Isle football top. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm not sure. It's alright. If anything, I would probably wear the orange one if I had to choose, but it would be a pass for me. I'm not a fan. Wash SS top. A lot of people love that wash tees. I feel like wash kind of coloring has become a thing in fashion probably over the last 7 to 8 years. People love to have that vintage wash look. So they have a bunch of different colorways you can choose from. This year they got like a tie-dye type colorway, but I'm not feeling that tie-dye. It's just not appealing. Then we got the Christmas long sleeve top. Now this piece will definitely sell out. It'll be one of the more sought after pieces. People love their holiday pieces, even though most people only are able to wear them. Well, you can wear them whenever you want, but most people typically are only gonna wear those between November and December. But it's a nice piece though, but it'll definitely be a pass for me. I don't like sequins on my shirt, but the sequins at least is done tastefully on here. Like you can see they're actually used for something. It benefits the design. It's showing like the lights on the Christmas tree and highlighting the lights on the house and such. So I'm not mad at this piece. I know it'll be sought after. Now we done with the tops and sweater section. I'm gonna just run through the sweatshirts right quick. We got the Dogs hooded sweatshirt. I'm not a fan of this. I felt like we already seen this on the polo. Sometimes I hate that they repeat the same design on so many different types of clothing. Like, I felt like you could have just put that on the polo. You don't need it on the polo and the hoodie, like just one item. But I mean, I understand some people have their choices, so I guess that's good for the people who love this design, but this is a pass for me. I'm not a huge fan of it. Panel zip up hooded sweatshirt. This is just really weird design, and I don't know why they would put the panels over the top of the Supreme logo. It just doesn't look good. I mean, you can't see that it says Supreme, and that's the idea that, I mean, a lot of people want. They want it to say Supreme, but the panels are covering that up. I'm also not a fan of making all of these sweatshirts and zip-ups look like football jerseys. So the numbers on the back I'm not a fan of. You got the Sith hooded sweatshirt. That's for the Star Wars fans. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I feel like this design is lazy. It's just a small box with the character on that says Supreme across the top. But that seems to be what a lot of Supreme fans like. They love that simplistic design. They just want a little screen print with the branding on it. And if that's what type of Supreme fan you are, this is probably for you right here, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. We got the Arc Thermaline zip-up hooded sweatshirt. We get those all the time. The colorways this year, they aren't bad, but they're not special. The Jesus Christ hooded sweatshirt. No, I'm criticizing this only about the design, not the theme about Jesus Christ or anything like that. I'm not disrespecting religion or anything, but this design here is terrible. Like I said, I don't know. I feel like it's been a major effort to kind of enforce the idea of religion. This season, they always done religious pieces, but I feel like this season is a lot more than normal. This is just lazy design work. I mean, you got Jesus Christ just going down sideways of the whole hoodie, the front and back. I'm not a fan of that. God over money zip up. There's another piece. So just has the money monograms all over it. I'm not sure where the God part comes in for this zip up. In a weird way, I kind of like this monogram look on here with the money signs all over it. The brown one is dope with the monogram. The other colorways are just plain. Pirate zip up hooded sweatshirt, automatic pass. Way too many logos stacking. It's not really a cohesive piece for me personally. Spell out applique zip up hooded sweatshirt. This is okay. Like I said before, it feels like a repetitive theme for them to have Supreme spelling out going all around the clothing. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, if you wanted to say Supreme, just put the logo on the front where it's visible. The way this hoodie is, like, you have to walk all the way around somebody to know what it says. The front only says SUPR. The back has the rest of the letters. I'm not a fan of that. I do like the back design of it though. It's clean. Blessed applique zip up hooded sweatshirt. See, another religious piece. I'm not a fan of this. Oval zip up hooded sweatshirt. I'm not a fan of this. This is poor designing. Poor and lazy designing. You have the oval design on top of the hood, and then you got the other design at the bottom like a tramp stamp. I'm not a fan of that. Leather applique zip up hooded sweatshirt. I'm not a fan of this either. Forever hooded sweatshirt. This is another religious piece. This one is nice. I feel like it's done tastefully. We got the Racing Line zip up hooded sweatshirt. This is probably one of the strongest designs that we've seen throughout this sweatshirt section. This one is really nice. I feel like all of the logo placements look right spots. It gives off that racing kind of vibe, which is what the goal is. It kind of reminds me of the Fox Racing zip up that they dropped last year. I like the teal colorway. To me, that's the best one. The other colorways are kind of basic. I would pass on those. Wash logo hooded sweatshirt with the vertical branding down the sides of the sleeves. That's a pass for me. I hate that design. I feel like just about every collab, I feel like, well, I'm being facetious, but a lot of the collabs that they did last couple of seasons, they put that exact same vertical branding down the sleeves of the long sleeve shirts, and I'm not a fan of that. Tired of it. Small box zip up hooded sweatshirt, we get those every season. This year we got a special black and yellow colorway. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa. Small box half zip pullover. We get these every season. Last year they had that floral print one. I'm kind of upset I ain't picked that one up, but trying to make better financial decisions. This year the special colorway is this camo one, the tree camo. It's a pass for me. Tree camo is not nothing I particularly want to see on a half zip. I want something a little bit more classy, or just have a plain solid color. Supreme FU zip up hooded sweatshirt. The design is clean. For me personally, I'm at the age where I can't walk around with profanity on my clothing like that, so this would be a pass for me. I'm a little bit too self-conscious to even walk around with FU on my shirt. Rhinestone Eagle hoodie sweatshirt. It's alright. I feel like a lot of people will probably like this. It's got that old kind of college football team kind of vibe to it, so I feel like a lot of people will pick this up, especially the wagon riders, knowing they say Eagles. If the Eagles start off have a good season, or their record is good by the time this weather drops, a A lot of people will grab that. We got the overprint faded hooded sweatshirt. I'm not mad at this. It's got that monogram look. I do kind of like the idea of the hoodie turning into a different color once it gets to the actual sweatshirt. I kind of feel like the colors could have been a little bit better to emphasize that fade. But I mean, I'm not mad at it. Execution could have been better, but it's a cool piece. Wash box logo hoodie. We get those. Y'all already know box logos are box logos. There's not much to say about them. We got the patches zip up hooded sweatshirt by artwork done by Sean Crawford. This is dope. I kind of wish they would have, in a way I kind of like the idea of having all of the artwork on the hood, but then also it leaves the rest of the hoodie so plain, so it's a design choice. I do love the artwork. It's reminiscent of those patches hats that they released maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago, and those patches zip up hooded shirts that they put out. I think those are far better than this, but these are nice too. I like Sean Crawford's artwork. We got the slant applique half zip pullover. I'm not a fan of these. I don't like that branding. Oh, hold on, let me not speak too soon. I do like that. I do like that leopard print one. I feel like it hides the branding a little bit. It makes it not as cheesy as the other colorways that's with the solid colors. The ones with the solid colors just scream, I'm wearing Supreme, I'm wearing Supreme. I'm not a fan of that, but I do like that leopard colorway. Stickers hooded sweatshirt. Artwork done by Art Dealer. The Art Dealer be doing his thing. I do like a lot of the artwork on this piece. I feel like it kind of reminds you of old vintage Hispanic tradition. Like I got a hoodie from this brand called Ghetto Dreams. Some of these motifs kind of remind me of that. It's called Stickers hooded sweatshirt, so I'm kind of wondering if these are to mimic some of those stickers that you used to see in those machines back in the day. You know, you put the coin in and you would try to get the sticker that you wanted out of there. I'm not sure, it could be. But I'm not mad at that design. I wish it was a little bit more cohesive. Kind of feel like they just threw the logos on there, but individually I do like the individual pieces. We got the heart hooded sweatshirt. It seems to be an effort to put the design on the back of the hoodie. I thought that was just for the Sean Crawford jacket, but I've seen it a few times now. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't too much care for it. Leaving the hoodie completely blank and then putting the screen print on the back of the hoodie. I don't care for this piece. The back of it says you broke my effing heart. It's a pass. Mirrored applique hooded sweatshirt. The back has a lot of Supreme branding on it. It's a pass for me. I guess kind of when you put your arms out with this hoodie, it'll form like a cross saying Supreme. I'm not a fan of this piece. It's a little bit too chaotic on the back for the front to be completely blank. Also a lot of Supreme branding, which I already stated I'm not a fan of. Reversible work zip up hooded sweatshirt. I'm a fan of these, especially in that red colorway. When you wear the reversible camo side, you can still see the hits of the red, which creates a nice contrast. So I like those. Not something I'll buy, but I like them. You got the Capital hooded sweatshirt. For the people who love Supreme branding on their sweaters, this is probably a piece for you. The font they chose kind of reminds me of the font from Scarface. Connect zip up hooded sweatshirt. I'm not a fan of this font. I'm also not a fan of the design they chose. Like a lot of these hoodies just have Supreme on them. Love hooded sweatshirt. I'm not a fan of this. The back says Psycho, Love, Supreme with some kind of graphic. Pass. I don't want to wear nothing that says Psycho on it. Satin applique zip up hooded sweatshirt. We get these all the time. I'm sure they'll sell out. People love their satin applique sweatshirt, so they sell out almost every season in specific colorways. You got the small box hooded sweatshirt. Same colorways we always get. We get those every season. They do have that new kind of abstract camo colorway. I like that camo. I would have loved to seen those on a pair of cargos or something. Then we got the Polartec face mask half zip up hooded sweatshirt. We also get those all the time. We got 2 new colorways though. You got the one with the heart pattern all over it, and you also have the one with that abstract kind of camo. That's it for the sweatshirt section. I'm not really a fan of the sweatshirt sections anyway, but this one was also disappointing. I feel like the only piece that I really like from this one that I probably would wear would be the half zip in that leopard colorway. I thought that one was dope. That's kind of my steez, but outside of that, I'm not a fan of anything in this category. But y'all let me know what you think. What you think about the sweatshirt section, also what you think about the tops and sweaters section. Do you like anything from those? What are your must-haves from either one of these sections? Do you like anything? Let me know in the comments.